Alright, we need to find a taxi cab. We have to go back to Ujincho. Here we go. I don't know why, it seems like all the important ones are always at the bottom. Like, why are they not up at the top? Like a place of importance, right? So why is it not like #1 priority and like all the way up top? You know what I mean? It's odd. Very odd.
Yeah, let's go. Well, now that's something. Looks like we're finally starting to see the whole picture.
Kuwana-san, or rather Kitakata-sensei, huh? And his students helped Ihara murder Mikoshiba. But there's still some things that doesn't explain.
Like what?
Like, why does RK keep going after Kuwana-san? You think that's weird too, right, Yagami-san?
Yeah. That's the piece of the puzzle that'll lead us to why Sawa-sensei got killed. Before they came to Ijincho, RK was originally looking for Shinya Kawai. But when they found out he might have been killed, they suddenly shifted gears to Kawana. So what are they trying to accomplish?
We can guess all we want, but that's not gonna get us anywhere. Shouldn't we ask someone in RK directly? They're strengthening their numbers in Ijincho as we speak.
The goons at the bottom rung aren't going to be in the know on that, though. Though if Akatsu or Soma were around, then we might get somewhere.
That's true.
Sitting around here won't get us any further. I'm gonna head into the city for a bit. I'm quick on my feet. That's about all I have going for me right now.
Seriously? More waiting around?
Yeah, don't say that, Yagami-shi. Otherwise, what ground do we have to stand on?
What the hell? Okay, so I guess we're just riding around.
Hello?
It's Shirosaki. Do you have a minute, Yagami-san?
Yeah, what's up?
I was thinking back on our interview with Ihara-san, and something he said isn't sitting right with me. So I wanted to ask your opinion.
Which part felt off?
The part about Kuwana approaching other bullying victims besides Ihara-san to offer revenge. Ihara-san also mentioned that most of them rejected his offer, but never went to the police either.
Yeah, and?
Well, wasn't the first bully Kuwana killed his own student? Shinya Kawai, I mean. Tormented by his bullies, Mitsuru Kusumoto's leap left him in a coma to this day. That event was the catalyst for Kuwana's actions, so wouldn't he have approached his parents about revenge too?
Mitsuru Kusumoto's parents? You're talking about his mother, Reiko Kusumoto, right?
Looks like we're off to fucking the Ministry of Health.
Yes, who is currently Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. If she accepted or is even an accessory to a revenge plot against Kawai, then there's no way she'd ever want that secret to get out. With her level of influence and power, wouldn't it be possible that she ordered RK to silence Kuwana? Which would explain how RK's actions are being controlled, wouldn't it?
And you think it's Reiko Kusumoto?
You don't think vice ministers can control criminal organizations from the shadows? You know very well the answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tsukumo's actually looked into her before. I'll talk to him about it right now. Yeah, this is genius, Sari-san. This could lead us right to who's controlling RK.
Quite a compliment coming from you. I feel better already.
Don't sweat it. I'll call you if I find anything out.
Yep. Get off the skateboard, dude. Doge.
Yagami-san, back already?
That was quick. I figured you'd be out in the town until evening.
Well, the day's
No,
not
we're
over
not
yet.
Kaito.
I need you to look into Reiko Kusamoto again.
We actually get
He
shit
might be
done.
the one behind RK.
Really?
Yeah. Can you pull up the picture of her you showed me last time?
Okay. Take a look at this, Yagamishi. Reiko Kusamoto became vice minister just recently. It hasn't even been a full year yet.
Looks like she's still got a good rep.
Yeah, there's almost no criticism of her out there.
The Ministry Revolution, bucking the bureaucracy. Golden parachutes don't fly with Kusamoto. Go her. Vice Minister is pretty high up there, yeah?
Big time. If she really did take Kawana up on his offer, silencing him would be the quickest way to save her skin. And in that case, she'd need some kind of connection to RK.
Some kind of connection? A bit vague, no?
Fair enough, but RK already took an innocent life while hunting Kawana down.
Right. And after killing Sawa-sensei, they tried to kill me, too. Still, no matter how dangerous the gang, murder is a risky
What about
proposition.
Kaito?
Then again,
They
if
stuck
someone's
him in the
pulling
back
strings, they have a lot less to worry about. Especially if that's someone
the first
who has
time,
minister
and then got
status.
him with a knife in the gut.
Well, the internet's not gonna give us much else. How about we do our usual thing? Go straight to the source.
Maybe we should.
Would it really be that easy to get a meeting with someone like her?
Mitsuru Kusamoto's still in a coma, right?
Yes?
If he's in a hospital, we can catch her by surprise there.
I get ya. That might work.
What's this now?
What's what now?
Breaking news from the net. It says manhunt for Sawa-sensei's murderer.
And?
It's hitting the network news too. The person they're after is...
Wanted for the murder of private school teacher Yoko Sawa in her own apartment, Kanagawa PD is conducting a search for the suspect, self-proclaimed handyman Yu Kitakata. Nearby
Why are they looking for Kawana?
Shouldn't they be after Soma?
Sawa-san's former teacher before and after
Well, if Soma's in cahoots with
It's also
Reiko,
surfaced that he's been using
the
a false
Ministry of Health
identity
bitch,
for over a decade.
then she probably got him off the hook.
That their search will turn
But
up
that still
some
doesn't
sort of
excuse
connection
Kawana's
to
bullshit.
Sawa-san.
If Kawana-san was caught on camera, then surely some RK thugs were as well?
Yeah, I think so. On that note, I should have been in the footage too. The police only seem to want Kawana, but why? Guess we'll have to ask them ourselves.
Ask who?
Detective Watanabe from Kanagawa PD. He was the guy in charge of Mikoshiba's murder.
Been a while, hotshot.
Yeah, I guess it has. Hey, I'm curious. Do you have any evidence that Kawana killed Sawa-sensei?
I take it you saw the news. Kawana was caught on camera near the crime scene, plus he knew the victim. And if that's not enough, he was using a fake name. How's that for evidence?
But I saw Soma holding an ice pick up to Sawa-sensei. Plus, there were RK footprints all over the scene. So why is Kawana the only suspect?
Because the big boys with big balls at HQ said so.
Yep.
Barking at me won't get you anywhere.
So this is all just pressure from upstairs? What is going on here?
Why are you so bent out of shape? Kawana's a legitimate suspect, and all we're doing is following procedure. So stick your private investigator schnoz somewhere else.
You know, you sound pretty bent out of shape yourself. Where are you right now?
Uh-huh.
I was thinking maybe we could meet up. How's a free pass to bitch about your work sound? How is it?
On the phone, in person, there's nothing I can tell you.
He hung up.
Yagamishi, I managed to focus in on the background noise from your phone call. Despite all the interference, I have a good idea of Nabe-san's location.
What? Seriously?
He's on the main drag in Chinatown. If you go now, I'm sure you'll find him.
But is he even gonna listen to you?
It won't matter if I miss him because we sat here wondering.
Yagami Detective Agency. Quick on its feet indeed.
Can't compete with that.
Going to Chinatown. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chinatown where? Oh. You know what? Fuck that. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a taxi. Get out of the way. Taking a taxi. He's probably at a restaurant, stuffing his gob. No.
Yagami, why are you here?
Oh, hey, Nabe-san. And you were...
The dog.
Sakurai?
Oh, right.
I take it you didn't just happen to be in the neighborhood.
Let's just say some friends of mine have a real keen sense of smell. Something stinks about the cops here.
Excuse me, pal?
The Sawa case. Why aren't you going after RK? Or are you and you're just keeping me in the dark?
This isn't the place to talk about that. What the... Hey!
I get the feeling something's keeping you guys from doing your jobs. And I don't have to listen to you.
You want to say that again?
Sakurai, I gotta hit the camp. Head back to the station.
Huh?
Need to take a piss, Yagami? You're looking hydrated.
Yeah, good call.
Then let's.
Damn.
Bye-bye.
What's he up to?
Fucking lapdog. Just piss into the river.
I spot
Or the
you,
ocean,
Robert.
whatever the fuck it is.
Very romantic.
Well, we're about to have a shitty conversation. Might as well do it with a pleasant view.
Do the cops really believe Koana is responsible for Sawa-sensei's death?
We wouldn't be looking for him if we weren't serious. We even have a warrant.
To arrest Koana?
His real name's Yu Kitakata. He's been using a fake. And he services right at the murder scene of his former student.
I saw a typo.
In my eyes, he was suspicious enough.
What about Soma from RK? He should have been spotted on the nearby cameras too. Like when he entered her apartment.
He wasn't.
How is that possible?
Let me rephrase. There's no footage that had RK anywhere near it.
What's that supposed to mean?
From the moment Mikoshiba's murder went down, the higher-ups have been busy playing politics. I had a handle on things.
Reiko Kusamoto. That's who we have to go after.
That took really hard. But after that murder footage came out, it really stirred shit up.
Or whatever her
Sawa-sensei's
fucking
case
name
been
is.
scratching my head, too. Someone at the top is trying to keep details under wraps.
Ministry of Health bitch. I'll just call her that.
In this day and age.
You're saying the whole force is in on a cover-up?
It started with the footage surrounding Sawa's apartment. Someone on the inside erased it. Any footage that had the RK guys tagged in it is totally wiped.
Erase the footage? Are you serious?
Yeah. You heard me. Koana leaving her place is all that's left. Even the parts where you show up are long gone. Before and after, the only person that the cameras pin the crime on is Koana himself.
Who would go so far to erase the footage? Who would do something like that?
It's time to let it go, Yagami. Mikoshiba's case and Sawa-sensei's case, they're flaws in the book. And to tie up the loose ends, and this is the shitty part, Kuwana has to die in an accident.
What?
Wow.
As soon as they track him down, they'll put him into custody and then blame it on negligence. They'll say he resisted arrest and died in the struggle, I guess. Someone clearly wants Kuwana gone, and they have the power to do it.
Come on. Who could have that power?
Vice Minister of Health.
Is clearly a target of someone higher up. Even if he sees it coming, he won't be able to stop it. As far as I'm concerned, the case is closed. You wouldn't understand until you've been on the force. When the team you're playing for is rotten to the core, all you can do is look the other way. As for me,
You're about to get punched, dude.
for a while. That's what'll
You're
keep
not
me
a
on this
coward,
job.
but you're acting like one.
Bullshit. You'll shut the lid on the trash, ignore the smell of the rot coming from inside, and go on pretending it's justice? And then you call that being an honest cop?
Asshole. Did you forget that you were talking to a detective?
Oh, we got to fight.
You never did answer the question, Nami-san. Who had the authority to erase the security cameras? Who wants Kuwana dead so bad that they do it inside?
Even if I told you, what the fuck could you do about it, detective? Smartass! Leave it alone, Yagami. It's for your own good.
Is that your call? Well, I think I'll be the judge of that.
You little piece of shit! I've had enough!
Ruh-roh.
Son of a bitch!
Let's play it by ear.
Goddamn fucking controller keeps dying. I'm gonna have to start dodging all that shit. Or else that's gonna happen.
I think it's time you cooled off! Have a drink!
Hiya. Falcon Punch. Bye-bye. Hell yeah, the strength behind boxing. Keeping everything close and then exploding from the core. Instead of being wide open and flipping around like a fucking snake or a monkey or a swan or whatever.
They broke the lock and forced their way into Sawa-sensei's place. That's when Soma came in.
Keep everything close and then explode from the core.
I'm sure she was terrified. They were pointing an ice pick at her. When I found her, her eyes were still open. I could see the tears. Yet the police are going after Kuwana instead of Soma. And the cops that were there know he isn't a suspect, but say their hands are tied. So it'll be my voice you hear instead of hers. And when they come to silence me, I'll know who the puppet masters are.
I hear you. You're probably right.
And if you have any idea who might be pulling the strings, I need you to tell me before it's too late. Is there anyone on the force who would want Kuwana dead?
The moment we opened Sawa-sensei's case, the Kanagawa brass had a suspect file ready to go. They didn't point to your guy Soma. They named you Kitakata, alias Kuwana the handyman. Hilarious, isn't it? We were the first to the scene, which means the bigwigs pulled a suspect file before it even happened.
Where'd the info about Kitakata come from?
Not sure. But the National Police Agency said it came from public security.
Public security? Why is public security involved in Sawa-sensei's case?
Seems they were interested in RK's criminal network in Kamurocho. You know how after the Tojo clan disbanded, the criminals started going underground? Well, public security would rather let RK roam free than bust them. Monitoring them quietly gives them intel on criminal movements. And even if you catch these guys, no ones will just take their place.
Wait, so they want RK on the streets? Is that why they're brushing Sawa-sensei's case under the rug?
If RK goes down in one fell swoop over a murder case, they have to find a new source of intel. Purely speaking, from public security's point of view, that is.
Unbelievable.
Not that they'd ever say that out in, well, public. If you believe public security, there's no way RK killed Sawa-sensei.
What the hell? Do they even have a reason?
Not that I'm aware of. On top of that, I asked Tokyo PD about Soma, but he doesn't have a record. No priors, no census registry, not even a damn profile pic.
Then, what does that mean?
The man known as Kazuki Soma doesn't exist, basically. Maybe that's how it's always been, or maybe it's a cover-up. They had plenty of files on Kuwana to send our way instead. They're the ones who made him the prime suspect in Sawa-sensei's case, too.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Kuwana's a scapegoat for RK. Public security wants to shut the curtain.
What if you build a case on Soma,
As far as they're concerned, with Kuwana
make
silenced,
tons of copies of it, deliver it anonymously to the higher-ups in every single
right. Better to flush your shit.
branch of that government there, and see who actually looks into it. Then the government will be fighting amongst themselves over who's right and who's wrong.
So who's running the show in public security?
And then while they're fighting over that,
I wasn't
then
told,
you take the fight
unfortunately.
to Soma
Afraid I'm further down the food chain than you thought.
and RK, as well as the Vice Minister of Health.
Yeah, Watanabe speaking.
So why not just gather up all the information on that, make copies, send it in an envelope to all the
Right.
higher-ups and all the branches of
anything else
government
comes up.
retaining to law,
Kuwana's been
or
spotted.
pertaining to law, I mean,
Witness reported seeing him in Jinsho.
and
Seriously?
deliver it
He's back here.
anonymously.
Couldn't say for sure.
Where's he at?
Fukutokucho in Koreatown, where the Komi Jewel hang out. The police are headed there now.
Komi Jewel?
Apparently it means spider web in Korean. You haven't seen it? It's made to look like it's abandoned.
And Kawana's there?
You're not gonna say you got that from me, right?
I don't have much time. You said Kawana might have an accident, didn't you? I'm sure that's why you're telling me all this.
If you find him, let him know it's public security that's after him. And they mean business.
Bum, 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 bum. This is kind of sort of like Batman in a way. Like we're Batman and the other guy is Gordon. Detective Gordon. Here. Shit, there's a Koreatown, a Chinatown, or whatever the fuck goddamn town. There's all kinds of shit here.
Yagamishi, it's me. I have an update for you. It seems Kawana has been spotted in Ijincho.
Yeah, in Komi Jewel, right? I'm headed there now.
Ah, fastidious as ever. But the police have already started blocking off Komichu.
Already?
They're probably going to surround the area and gradually close in on Kawana-san. What's your plan, Yagamishi?
Public security is probably behind that. And according to Nabe-san, once they capture Kawana, he'll end up in an accident.
An accident?
Long story short, I need to find Kawana before the cops do. Can you navigate me to him?
I most certainly can. For now, Just keep heading toward Komijo. In the meantime, I'll be monitoring the surrounding area. Oh, and I'll dispatch Sugiurashi.
Appreciate that, Tsukumo.
Okay. Fuck you guys. Let's go for a long video. Fuck it. Who cares?
Yagamishi, please come
Let's
in.
go to the next chapter if we can, if it's reasonable
I think
enough.
I'm in front of Komijo.
Indeed you
I'm
are.
feeling a little spry.
I can see you from the drone.
I'm sick of making like 20,
And you
25
notice the
minute
cops
videos
block
and
the
then
road.
that's it.
Any way I can get in there?
Not to worry. I've already looked into an
This
infiltration
game's
route.
starting to get interesting and I want to see how it plays out.
Better be way to go. So, what should I do?
Oh, we gotta stealth
Can you
this
see the
motherfucker.
white
God
car
damn
that's
it.
Parked in front of the barricade.
Yeah, I can.
Ugh.
There's a really
Kind
small
of burp
gap
was that? It was
inside
like
the
air
car.
just
You should be able to fit through
forcibly coming out like.
it. It'll be a tight squeeze, I'm sure, but I have no doubt in your agility, Yagamishi.
Yeah, but what happens if I get spotted?
You can leave that part to me.
Son of a cunt bitch. Motherfucker, yeah. Come on. Are you going to go check it out or not?
Tsukumo, where should I go from here?
Komijo proper seems to be located behind those construction fences. There's one door in the fence, so that's your best bet.
Tsukumo, can I get a hand?
Just leave it to me.
Okay.
Hell yeah. That was surprisingly easy. Like, I'm honestly surprised.
Tsukumo, keep navigating for me.
I looked at my past
Let me know as soon as
saves
you find Kawana.
when I played this last,
Huh?
and it was
It's weird.
a couple years ago, and the furthest that I got was chapter 11. After that, I didn't go any further. This is probably where it's going to get difficult.
Kitakata Sensei! Show yourself! Come on, get your ass out here!
Relax with the yelling, will you? You're giving away our location.
How am I supposed to relax? This shit's intense.
Shh, shh, shh.
Sugiura?
Didn't Tsukumo-kun tell you I was on my way?
Yeah,
Suppose he did.
but I didn't expect much.
These guys are RK.
Does that mean RK beat the police to Kawana?
No, not exactly. I just saw some cops let RK guys through.
I have a package arriving today, and
I mean,
I keep checking the
crazy,
time and
wouldn't it?
everything to see
No, that was no mistake.
when the
Some
mail's
cops
gonna
are working
arrive.
with RK.
It's usually around 11 a.m.,
Someone in authority
like
on the
between
force is
11
trying
and
to get rid of
noon,
Kawana,
roughly,
so they want him to have an accident.
because I was supposed to get a new cell phone case, because
Insane or
currently
not,
right
I
now
need
I
to
don't
get
have
to
one
Kawana
on it,
before RK or the cops do.
and it's my only source of communication,
Come to think of it,
so I need a fucking case.
Kawana-san come to Komi.
I found an otter box for like 25 bucks, so
Question. Let's just
it's
focus
one
on
of the
what
slim
we're
ones,
talking
not
about right
the
now.
tactical
Hunter
ones that
people
make
from
it
Komi
literally
are
the
here.
size of a fucking
Can't be
tablet.
all RK. Maybe we can ask
I
them
don't
where
need
Kawana
one of
is.
those.
Worth a shot.
I have a hard enough time
Only
fitting
know
things in my
Wilson's away.
pockets as it is. It's already hard enough to get a wallet in my pocket, you know, and then a phone, and if you double up the size of your phone, you know, by putting a bunch of bullshit on it. And I don't want to have it be on one of those belt loop things that like clip onto your waist or your belt. Because to me, that's just excessive. It's too much.
That looks like a lot of RK muscle to me, Yagami-san.
Yeah, but if that many are out searching, the silver lining is that they don't have a lead on Kawana.
True. We'll just have to stay one step ahead of them then. I don't see anywhere else we can go. So let's go up those stairs.
Two sheds on top of a building. I bet somebody used to live in there.
Looks like this is the highest we can go.
Yagami-san, we've got RK coming in from below too.
Let's find another route on this floor. What the? Suspicious.
Alright.
Yeah, we should be able to get up from here.
Let me guess who go first. Yep. Easy for a fucking spider monkey, more or less. Piece of cake, man. You can do it.
Damn.
Even though you're like double my fucking age. Yeah, the way is like literally right in fucking front of me. Oh, what the fuck, dude? I had that jump. Oh, you motherfucker, you. Well, this is going to take me a while, so brace yourselves. I'm going to tell you right now, if you've watched any of my videos on my main channel, I've played Assassin's Creed. I am dog shit at parkour games. Terrible. terrible. Like, me playing a parkour game is like someone who doesn't even know what a video game is or has never even seen one and then trying to figure out a controller. That's how bad I am at fucking parkour games. So just bear with me. I am fucking terrible at them.
Good work, Yagami-san.
Yo, you guys are Komi Jewel, aren't you?
Huh?
Komichu? Us?
What's going on here, man? This place is empty. Lead the way, would you?
Yagami-san. They seem like RK.
I'd rather not have to bullshit them.
So, take them down?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, I threw him off the fucking building. He's dead. Yagami just killed a dude. I picked him up and then just like fucking rolled him off the building.
Looks like the top floor's up ahead. There's a room on this side too, though. Might be worth checking out.
Yo, you go one way, I'll go the other way. You take the way where you have to jump like 15 feet in the air. Should we save here? Yeah, chapter 11, that's where I was. Let's take over this one. There has to be a save point here for a reason. It can't just be there for no reason, you know? So are we going up? What are we doing?
I wish we'd had some sign of Kawana-san, but maybe we'll still get lucky? Are you ready to go, Yagami-san?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's try to knock out this chapter.
Man, where is this fucking guy? This shit's taking forever. Yeah, it's not like anyone else is here. You think the cops got it wrong? Then what do? Keep looking? Is there a fucking point?
Seems like Kawana-san's giving them a slip. What's the plan now?
Let's find out what RK's gonna do when they catch Kawana. Are they planning to kill him themselves?
What, you gonna just stroll up and ask them?
Well, I only count 4 of them. So, 2 each. Piece of cake.
I guess.
Okay.
You know he's a pussy, Yagami.
Hello, gentlemen. Got a couple questions for you.
The only thing he's good at is running and
Who the
jumping.
hell are you two? You with the Komi Jewel?
Wow, they don't even recognize you, Yagami-san?
Well, that's kind of sad.
What's going on here?
Yagami-san? I don't think it's just 2 each anymore.
Yagami. Hey, that's the detective from Kamurocho. A detective? Just get him! They're with Kitakata! Fuck yeah. Let's get it started. Hope you're ready to die. I've been waiting for this shit.
What, to get your ass kicked? I'm down.
Let's go.
No guns, you fucker. Well, that's 5. What's keeping you there, fucking Sugiura? I'll help you out. Since you're just totally fucking useless. Fucking stomach itches, chest itches, legs. It's from all that sunburn. Thankfully, it's raining today, though, but that means I'm going to get bored as shit because there's nothing for me to do outside. Finally, after like 2.5, going on 3 weeks, we finally got some fucking rain.
You guys came looking for Kuwana, right?
I don't know about you guys,
What are you
but,
gonna do to him?
you know, I'm kind of getting into landscaping.
Catch him. Not sure what comes after that.
And it makes me upset
Sure the
whenever
plan
I
wasn't to kill him?
see grass and stuff like that
Who gave the order?
in like a yard that I worked
Someone?
my ass off on to try to make look good. You know, it upsets me to see it all go to shit.
Hey,
Especially after throwing all that time and money into it. I got a bag of seed in the room across the hall from me. That costs like $40.
Hey, how
It's
come
Scott's
Jincho has
brand.
so many creepy masks?
And I bought a $50 spreader that's on wheels. It kind of looks like a wheelbarrow.
Kuwana's not here.
Huh?
That intel was fake. We were the ones who put it out.
You live here? Then you must be Komicho.
Normally, it's us hiring the handyman. But this time, it was Kuwana asking the favor.
Huh? To put out false information?
Yes. He said he wanted to see what kind of enemy he was dealing with, and how they'd respond to an eyewitness report. Seeing as how easy police info made its way to these thugs, I'd say he was wise to use caution. Were he any closer, he would have been ensnared by now.
So Kuwana's nearby, watching everything unfold as we speak? He's really in a Jincho then?
We'll have to clear the room to discuss that.
Hey, why are you looking at me?
Sorry.
As you said, Kuwana's returned to Ijincho. There are benefits to being here that only he can exploit.
Where's he hiding out?
You know how hard it is to knock somebody out purposely
But you're cleared to see him.
without like
He already took care of it.
totally damaging
Kuwana
them?
actually said he'd meet us?
Like you really have to have
Come on.
control over your
There's a way
punches
through
and
the cops
kicks.
don't know. You can get out to the
Because
city.
you can punch or kick somebody
That'd be helpful.
with the intention of knocking them out,
Guess you're not so bad
but
after
you
all.
could send them into a seizure
You may
or
have
anything,
to
or you
walk
can hit
when you
them
come back.
just enough
You
to
were
piss
never
them
good
off,
from here.
and it doesn't work.
And never mind.
And same thing goes to choking as well. Like you have to know exactly when, you know, to let off. Like you have to get used to the feeling of somebody going limp in your arms. And not to overdo it or underdo it, because if you underdo it,
So,
they
where do
can
we
get
find
out of your
Kuwana's?
chokehold.
I'm sure they'll
if they know
lead
how.
us to him.
And if you
So
overdo it, you
happens
can
I've
kill
got a
them.
brother there named Tesso.
Like movies, TV
Now
shows,
let's get
games,
there
and stuff
before
like
Kuwana
that,
changes his mind.
they have no idea how it works. Like you have to really know your shit. You have to be in control to know how to do those things. It's not something that's easily done. Okay, where are we going? Yeah, people don't understand that. It's like two people get in a fight and everything. And it's like, oh, I'm going to knock you out. And it's like, no, you all are going to fight and you may knock one down, but, you know, to truly knock someone out, you have to really know, like, where to punch, where to kick, how hard, to where you don't, like, severely hurt someone or even kill them potentially. Because knocking someone out is the body's response to, you know, trauma, more or less.
So, you're Yagami Yanaki?
It's hard to
Tesso-san told
explain.
me to let you in.
I'm definitely no expert when it comes to it.
Yagami Aniki?
But most of the time, if two people get in a fight,
Inside?
one's going down and probably on the brink of being comatose, or
Sure, let me pass.
until somebody just gives up because they don't want to fight anymore. They're sick of getting hit. That's usually what it is. Like, it's not that easy.
Bro, hey man. Welcome back, friends.
Tesso,
It's like, oh, well, to knock someone out, you just gotta kick him to the head or punch him to the head, right? Yeah, in theory.
And you too.
But you could also
This'll be fun.
kill them as well. That type of head trauma. It's not all smoke and mirrors like how games, movies, TV shows, and all that shit make it out to
Do
be.
you prefer Kitakata-sensei?
Kitakata's a name that's been all but murdered by society. In Ijincho, I'm just a merry old handyman Kuwana-san.
If you ask the cops, you're the murder suspect Kitakata. After killing Sawa-sensei, you fled the scene. At least, that's the story the police top brass are passing down through the ranks. Now, why would they say something like that about you?
Calm down, Yagami. How come you never relax?
So Kawana hired you guys from the start, and you pretended to not know each other in front of me? If that's the case, you really went all out for me.
Didn't I tell you? The Liumang accepts anonymous requests too. Tesso didn't know I was the one who hired him. I suppose there's no point in hiding that now.
That's just how it is. Nothing to get mad over, bro.
You really aren't hiding anything? Did you tell him all you've done?
He's a former high school teacher who's going around killing bullies. Can't be much more to hide than that. Need any more convincing?
Honestly, I'm at a loss. I worked my ass off to get where you are.
And I'm still trying to untangle the mess you've made of it. You've got my student helpers by the throats, so I'm really backed into a corner here.
You mean the graduates from Kurokawa Academy? Like Mamiya-san?
Very good, Sugiura-kun. So how about it? No reason for us to doubt each other's intentions, right? All the secrets are out in the open now.
Fine. Then I'm gonna light up.
You were just over at Komiju, weren't you? RK was looking for me there. The police even lent them a hand.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm even more confused. I give up. Who in the world could be after me? Who has influence over both RK and the police?
Care to venture a guess?
They'd be the uneducated guesses of a handyman. You got any bright ideas yourself, Master Detective?
I haven't confirmed it for sure yet, but I have a pretty good theory for you.
Oh? Who?
The Public Security Division. That's what a detective from Kanagawa PD said. According to them, you're the prime suspect in Sawa-sensei's murder. That's why Kanagawa PD was told to lay off RK. Any trace of RK in the footage near Sawa-sensei's place is gone. Likely Public Security's work. And with that kind of backing, it's understandable why RK is so confident.
Yo, hold up again. Why is public security after Kawana in the first place?
I bet this is it.
Public Security's probably working for Reiko Kusumoto, Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health.
What?
Kawana, you had your students kidnap Shinya Kawai, right? 5 years ago in Kamurocho? Kawai bullied Reiko Kusumoto's son, Mitsuru-kun. That painted a target on his back for you. But before you took Kawai out, you approached Reiko Kusumoto with your revenge offer, didn't you? Ahara told us that. Before taking revenge on a bully, you'd approach the family about it first. Did you make the same offer to Reiko Kusumoto?
What if I did?
She's the Vice Minister of the Ministry of Health. She's pretty popular. She's even cleaning up her predecessor's mess. If it were to surface that she agreed to a revenge killing, they'd have yet another massive scandal on their hands. And if you get to go down in cuffs instead of a body bag, that detail may just come out. Before that can happen, Reiko Kusumoto plans to
Have me silenced, and use public security to do it.
Exactly. Except public security can't just go after you, so they subcontracted RK to do the dirty work. That would explain why public security is trying to cover for RK.
I see. Well, the logic starts off soundly enough.
Something wrong with it?
Unfortunately, yes. Something does stick out.
And what's that?
I did, in fact, approach Kusumoto-san 5 years ago about taking revenge on Shinya Kawai. And just as you said, I used Mamiya-kun and the others to kidnap Kawai.
And?
From that point on, Kusumoto-san knew I was directing Mamiya-kun and the others. She'd seen their faces, knew their identities, everything. So, if Kusumoto-san wanted to go after me, Mamiya-kun and the others would be first on the list. But the fact is, public security hasn't laid a finger on them, even now. Which means, Kusumoto-san isn't the one giving them orders.
There's no guarantee, though.
Sure, that makes some sense.
Hey, so sorry if this is off topic, but what was Kusumoto-san doing when Shinya Kawai was killed 5 years back?
She was standing right there with me. Afterwards, she took 3 days of PTO, and that was a first for her.
Why?
Shinya Kawai died at the hands of Kusumoto-san. She drove the knife into his chest personally. She took it slow, making sure he suffered the whole time. Just like Akihiro Ehara, she avenged her son with her own 2 hands. I admire her.
She killed Kawai herself?
Afterwards,
So she's at least guilty
she
of
never
murder.
washed the smell of his blood off her hands.
Damn, man.
I was the only one who knew that, by the way. The others have no idea. On that day 5 years ago, I sent them straight home after they brought me Kawai. And I was the only one with Kusumoto-san when she killed him.
This sounds way too crazy to be real.
Even so, the fact is, Kusumoto-san hasn't betrayed me. Besides, I doubt the Vice Minister is powerful enough to order public security.
Well, look what happened in
But
Judgment.
who is giving them their orders?
They were
Well,
testing
I'd
that
say your theory's
AD-9
on the right track.
and basically wiping a bunch of people out.
Contacted RK.
Of course, you guys would know that if you watched Judgment, which I have on my channel.
Because they know I
Go
can
back
be
and
used
check it out.
against Kusumoto-san.
You shouldn't even be this far
By the
into
way,
this
whoever's
series
pulling the
here.
strings is someone who'll benefit from your capture. So if it isn't Reiko Kusumoto,
Unless you're here from my Judgment series.
Enemy?
yeah, like someone within the Ministry of Health, or maybe even some kind of political.
They
rival.
say that you don't have to play
Nothing would be
Judgment in
more
order to
valuable
play
than
Lost
stir up
Judgment,
Kusumoto, right?
but I
Probably
think
trying to take
by
her down.
playing Judgment, it
Or
gives you more
They could threaten and manipulate her
Um,
as they see fit.
more
Is
sense
that why public security's been taking
as to what
action?
to expect
If they wanted to take her down,
and how to go
they could have
about
had the police
proceeding
investigate her
in
fairly.
this game here, in Lost Judgment.
Right. Kusumoto-san
I
can
think.
walk away from the Ministry of Health
I think
anytime
it's
she
important
wants.
to play Judgment
Plus, she
before
has the
playing
public
Lost
support,
Judgment.
especially with the younger crowds. All just more reasons for her to have enemies.
I read some article about how even the Prime Minister has a hard time.
So my opinion's different from everybody
Like,
else's.
she'll get up in his
They
face
say,
every
oh
time
no,
he
you can just
signs
jump
off.
right in. It's not
Yes,
important at
there's
all.
so many
Blah blah blah
arguments
blah
he
blah blah blah.
practically
Just
worked for
waste
her.
money.
So the Prime Minister's trying to find some dirt on Reiko Kusumoto?
He's just an example.
Or
Weren't you
oh, it's
listening
not
when he said
canon. It don't make
Kusumoto-san has
sense. You
lots
ain't
of
got to
enemies in her
believe in that
position?
shit or even
Hey,
play it. You
big
even
dick.
got to look at it, man.
So whoever's behind this may have been looking for a weakness in Kusumoto-san for a while. They must have got their start after realizing Ehara's
It'd be like
case
jumping
was really
into
about getting
Yakuza
revenge on
1 or Kiwami
That puts Ehara and Reiko Kusumoto
without
in the
even
same
having a
boat, being that
backstory,
their only
kind of.
sons were bullying victims.
Like, you can
And
still
if they
do it,
discovered that Kawai
but
also
playing
vanished
Yakuza
5
0,
years
for
ago,
example, gives you the history between Kazuma and Majima
Regardless,
and
that
all
wouldn't
that
account for
stuff.
the rest of the
It gives you
incidents
more
where
info
Bully
about the
ended up
Tojo
dead.
clan and
You'd know.
all that stuff leading
You're
up
the
to
one
that
going
point.
up and down the whole country killing them off, aren't you?
So yes, I
Kawhi
believe
makes
that
no
playing
sense.
Judgment is very important
7.
before playing Lost Judgment.
Damn, man.
It wouldn't take much to connect the dots. It'd lead straight to her. Reiko Kusumoto. Then they'd know that she was among the victims who got her revenge.
Yeah. And then, to Ahara's case, the link between him and Kusumoto is clear as day now if you know what you're looking for. That link is Sawa-sensei. It took me a while, but I connected the two cases together myself. It was RK. She never should have even been on their radar. In fact, they traced your name from her. Sawa-sensei knew. She suspected you were involved with the Mikoshiba murder in one way or another, right? You don't care. You see your killing spree on these former bullies like you're doing the country a service. In your eyes, this is vengeance. Actually, no. You'd call it justice, wouldn't you? Except... Sawa-sensei wouldn't have died if it was.
That was never my intent. She shouldn't have died.
No. You don't get to just brush her off like that. Like an afterthought. You had to have known you'd go down for this eventually. And you're fine if all your old students like Yui Mamiya go down with you. By then, why would you look back at your trail of blood? Why would you clean up all your carnage? It's not your problem, right? You move forward with one purpose. Send as many bullies to hell as you can. Beyond that, you don't give a shit what happens. Sawa-sensei died in tears. You didn't see what I saw. The fear she must have felt was still frozen on her face. You, Ihara, Reiko Kusamoto, you're all murderers. And so far, all of you have gotten away with it. So why did Yoko Sawa end up having to pay the price? Tell me, will you even be able to look her in the eye when you die?
I doubt it. That's gonna follow me well into the afterlife. So what now, then? March to the cops and turn myself in?
You should. If you don't do exactly that, no one will know why she had to die. And that'll be the end of her story. Everyone will keep on dancing around her death, even though she was completely innocent. Just like the cops are doing.
Afraid I can't do that. If I turn myself in now, there's only one thing that happens. Public security takes me out. And worse, Reiko Kusamoto would be compromised. And that, I will never allow to happen. Of all the people involved in this, she deserves to walk free. Her revenge was justified.
You think so?
All she did was scrape off the scum of the earth that pushed her only son into an attempted suicide. She didn't sit around crying about a legal miscarriage. She took justice into her own hands. No one has any right to indict her for that. So don't go there. Nobody lays a finger on her.
Hey.
You do realize that
Looks like this is gonna turn
she's
into a
probably the one pulling the strings to get your ass killed, right? Or is he that fucking blind? Because she's the only one who knows all that shit.
Anyone who interferes with your justice, we all
He said it himself.
body count, don't we?
The punishment fits the crime. You're just
He's getting pissed at us now and wanting to fight
You
us.
can't see that, then
But
you
he'll
can go to
eventually
hell.
see, and he'll go after her too.
Stay out of my way.
I almost guarantee it. Tank feet 5,000! Hi-yah! Ow. Why is it me that has to lay on the ground the whole fucking time? These guys just bounce right the fuck right back. Tank feet 5,000. Tank. Feet. Action! Okay. Tanked! And feet! That's bullshit. Come on, get up. There we go. Boxing's the way to go.
How long has this been going now?
I lost track.
Call it?
Nah. They're gonna tire out eventually. Beating the shit out of each other is the way some people communicate.
I can see
Oh.
that.
I bet that hurt.
There we go. Now let's stop them.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Haven't you had enough yet?
What? You think it's time to go to rest?
Hell no. Stay out of our way.
Do what now?
You're not looking so hot.
I didn't see you there.
You got lucky I stopped when I did, you know. I had a move lined up with your name on it.
You're the one who got lucky as far as I'm concerned. I was about to kick your ass.
What a fucking mess, guys.
Now time for food. Isn't that like the head dude of the Liumang?
Hey, both of you, eat. Your food's getting cold.
I'm not talking to him. Fuck him, fuck you.
This himself. Look good if there's any left.
Not a problem. This stuff's great.
Delicious. Man, this is the good stuff.
So that means Reiko Kusamoto could be being targeted by public security.
Right. It's possible part of the police wants to catch me as leverage against Kusamoto-san on public security orders. But that's only if public security really is behind this. You're the one who said you got that info from a cop.
Well, someone up top's been putting pressure on the investigation. That much is clear. But no matter how you slice it, the fact that you're enemy number one while RK roams free is absurd. Unfortunately, all I got out of that cop was that public security itself is who we're up against.
Public security is Japan's top intelligence agency. If they're after you, there's no escape.
Agreed.
And I guess now's a good time to make a suggestion.
Huh?
Tell me, who benefits the most from you two fighting? Huh? That'd be public security. The more you drag each other down, the easier they'll be able to get the jump on you. By the time you notice, it's too late. They got you. That's exactly what they'd want, right? But what if you two work together? You watch each other's backs and act before RK and public security do. You might even be able to find out who's pulling the strings.
Huh. Yeah. For two enemies to join forces, there needs to be an even greater threat to fight.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm on board with that.
Fine, but this is only temporary. Once we finish with public security, I'm gonna make sure you answer for what you've done.
Okay. Then where do we start? Should we just storm public security at this point?
No. First, we need to confirm public security is really the enemy we're after.
Right. We'll make our move after that.
We have the element of surprise. They have no idea we're working together.
Then we'll use it to our advantage and outsmart them.
Aw, look at the boys playing nice.
If public security's trying to find some leverage against Kusumoto-san, they'll likely be listening in on her. They're the experts in wiretapping and espionage, after all. We just need a quick confirmation.
How?
We'll just give her a call.
Right here?
Yes. That way, her enemy will trace the call and pinpoint our location. And public security is the only one in Japan who can pull that off, so we'll know right away if it's them.
Good thinking.
Yeah. Wait, hold up! You saying if you call up Reiko Kusumoto, then the bad guys will start pouring in? Can we maybe not do that here?
Actually, that might just work in our favor.
Huh? Bro, why are you talking crazy?
Yagami-san, you sure about getting on bro terms without Kaito-san? Wouldn't that bum him out?
Whoa. This is amazing. What is this?
Good shit, huh? You've got good taste, bro. I knew you of all people would notice the difference.
Kuwana, when was the last time you spoke to Reiko Kusumoto?
5 years ago, on the night she killed Kawai. We arranged it, so we'd never contact each other after that.
So you have her number then?
If it hasn't changed.
What is it then? I have an idea.
What?
We're gonna set a trap to find out if we really are up against public security. If they trace the call and they send people for us, then we know for sure it's them. That's why we're gonna call Reiko Kusumoto using a location that doesn't exist at all.
How's that work?
We'll use 2 phones that can't be traced back to us, and we'll relay your voice. Obviously, you won't be wherever we do this from. Best to do this someplace with no one around. Once we see who they send in, mission accomplished.
Wait, what's happening?
Don't worry.
2 untraced phones, one to call, one to record.
First, we need to know.
I'm assuming.
I'll have Tsukumo prep us some.
And we just watch from a safe distance to see who comes. If it's special operative assholes, then we know it's them. If it's somebody else,
Keep things civil for my brother.
then, well, back to square one, I guess.
Zhao-san's cooking makes even the suckiest situations not suck.
Cheers to that.
I guess. I don't fucking know.
Hey, so Tsukumo-kun's already got the phones ready. They're burners that can't be traced back to us.
2 of them, right?
Just like you asked for.
Nicely done, Yokohama 99. You work quick.
Alright. I said I was going to try to finish this chapter out, but the controller's about ready to die. It needs charged. And apparently there's a lot more to chapter 10 than I thought, so...